Hamilton sits on the western edge of Lake Ontario, a city built on steel, immigrant labor, and a stubborn sense of identity. What began in the early 1800s as a small settlement grew into one of Canada's most important industrial centers, powering decades of economic growth. When the steel mills boomed, so did the city around them. When they struggled, Hamilton had to reinvent itself, shifting toward healthcare, education, and the arts while holding on to the grit that shaped it. Today, Hamilton is still growing and changing, but that transformation comes with challenges. One of the most visible is the rise in homelessness. Across the downtown core, in parks, and along major streets, more residents are living without stable housing, pushed there by rising costs, mental health struggles, and a shortage of support services. The people of Hamilton are facing this reality every day, searching for solutions that balance compassion with practicality. This documentary looks at that struggle and the stories behind it.
Hi, how long have you been living in Hamilton City?
All my life, 46 years.
46 years. And if you want to think about Hamilton, what is the first three things that come to your mind about it?
First three things, like positive, negative, like
Anything.
anything. Well, homelessness is a huge one.
Yeah.
Just
This homelessness, you probably remember the times that it wasn't like a big issue as it is now. And over the time, how did this affect your life personally?
well, it's just you see it everywhere, right? And as a parent raising children, right, it raises a lot of questions in trying to raise your children, right?
Definitely.
And it's not something you really want to expose them to, right? But that's with parent, when it comes to parenting, mostly, yeah, right.
So I see you're at security in the downtown area. So I wanted to see if you have any like stories about homeless people bothering around here.
Like I have a lot of experience with homeless people because I'm working in the downtown and I'm a security guard. Then I tackle with these people every day. Like they try to come inside and and split their things everywhere. And when we try to tackle with them, they refuse everything because they don't understand. They are not in they are unconscious at that time because they're taking drugs and everything. That's why it's difficult sometime. One time, like if I tell you the story, they smashed that door on my face, and that door is glass. That door glass is break down at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, and like there are many,
Many crazy
many
stories.
yeah crazy stories.
Yeah. So, you said you've lived in the streets for 10 years.
8 of the last 10 years. I was indoors for a couple years up until this past summer, past June, and I was back outdoors. I've been outdoors since.
And how do you have like any stories that comes to your mind?
Um, yeah, well, I bus for a living, right? I play music in the streets. Um, so years ago, I was busting over under Summers Lane there, and Alice in Chains was in town. A band, a '90s rock band that I play. It's kind of their music. I was playing a Stone Temple Pilots song, and guy goes, "Look who's up on the bridge up there, up on top of the thing." I'm like, "Who?" I didn't even know who it was. He goes, "That's Jerry Cantrell, man. He was having a beer and having a smoke before a show, right?" And he does one of those whistles
Yeah.
where you blow and he floats down $100 bill, $100 US. That's like 400 Canadian, right?
Yeah. Also, if you want to think of a solution that can like help it improve, what would you say?
Have somebody better in power.
Yeah, but
uh,
what's your opinion on it?
that's a that's kind of a loaded question, though, right? There's a lot of different things that could be done. I don't think the city's taking the greatest approach to it,
Definitely.
and that, right? But
Like it's in my opinion, I think like it's all depend on the government. Like if they educate them, they provide them like good health, medical facilities and educate them about which is good or bad for them, maybe that will help for them.
Help the people that are on the streets, like especially during the winter.
Well, they help. They use the people to help themselves, and by that I mean the law and the government. They push crime and they push certain things that they want people to see in certain areas that are areas where people are going through. Right? Don't ever get the time to stop and talk to people and find out who these people are. It's like they see people hooting and hollering in the streets. They think that's a drug addict. Well, I know that's not a drug addict because I was one, and I live with them all day long. Drug addicts don't go, "Hey, I'm over here, but I don't have your money." So it's somebody wanting to make somebody believe that that's what that is, because people that don't know wouldn't, they think that's somebody high on drugs, right? But it's not. So yeah, there's we were just talking with a buddy of mine on the walk over here across the mall, and it's like there's nowhere to use, there's no washrooms to use after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
There's nowhere for people to go to the washroom.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's a basic need. Whether people that are higher are abusing that privilege and using for everything else. Well, you got to find another solution, because you can't just shut down washrooms and say, okay, well, people don't feel comfortable sitting at the corner of King and James. But yeah, for helping people out here, what they have for the homeless people is really set up for the veterans. Those churches, you can go get food and coffee, the meals. Initially, it's set up for military veterans, but homeless people and people in the streets, you can take advantage too. So you kind of get two birds stoned at once, so to speak. There. Back to where it all began. Don't have a dime, I got plenty of time on my hands. Everything is one I know has gone on. To you my path is different, but different isn't wrong.